Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Matic gets a foot in here.
Stefano Fiore's always been an interesting player, Peter, even if he was overshadowed by the more glamorous players who played in his position.
Still a little bit of a gem in midfield, wasn't he?
Yeah, real chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. Malcolm has to go back here. He's having a hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Benacer clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Now this could be a chance. Fofana
Showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
and he's had it nicked away. Nicely weighted ball. Thinks about the shot. Ream deals with that comfortably. Schneider. Fofana. And no, that was never going to make it. Long ball by the goalkeeper. He's had it taken off him. Fiore. And it's Benacer. He's on it, can he get away? Forced to go back. Fofana. And they can counter here. Schneider.
First quarter of an hour gone.
Tries to pass it through.
Oh, good take in a good area.
Tagliafico.
And the counter is on.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Benacer. Well read, nice interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Tagliafico is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Benacer. Fiore.
And that's been won straight back.
Can he spark a counter here? He's found a way through. Fofana. Fofana's cross. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Could move up a gear here.
That ball looks a good one. Ream. Beraldo.
Oh, they could break here. Yamal has created one goal already.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Eto'o.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Can he get on the end of this? Pass is just off target.
It's out of play for a goal kick.
Fofana has the space to scheme, and it's Neves.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Has a look and place it forward. And here's Sneijder.
He's in a great position here. Fiore. And Sufati. João Neves. Shoots!
And he's really put himself on the line here.
And we have our very first corner.
Araujo is there and he can get that clear. He's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Sneijder.
Napoli certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He's a sharp little ball here. Malcolm, looking to play him in. Nicely spread. Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Araujo cuts out the pass. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ansu Fati goes for a shot! It's a goal!
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Can he get it through? Ream. That's the end of the first 45.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Back on the way then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too careless.
And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Chance, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 87.
The manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Yamal gets on his bike and on the move.
And now they can spring out of defence.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Good read, needed to be.
Yamal.
Now it's Fofana. And he's picked out the run. Oh, shooting chance! And one more try! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Schneider goes short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Pass somewhat off target. And he's managed to get free, looking for the far post.
Fiore.
Looking for a runner. And he's picked it up out wide. He's played it back. Malcolm. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's a corner.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero
It's
8.
their second corner of the
Numero
game.
11. Numero 31. Matic. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18. Il numero 10. Il numero 5. Corke. Attenzione.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for the run. Kane! And that's in! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Eto'o.
Ben Seguir.
And Dani Olmo. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's found support out wide. Dani Olmo. That's a good ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Beraldo. Now that looks a decent ball. And now they can clear their lines. And he's intervened well there. So, third corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Napoli really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Ben Seguir. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Chance here to counter.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And it's Snyder. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a pretty loose pass. That has not gone well. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Kane really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. He's got away. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. So what can they conjure from this one? And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Just too high. Eto'o receives it in a wide position. Incoming delivery. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Swell Nivers! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Ream. That's a good ball out wide.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Benacer. Yamal. Yamal! Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for the lead. 1-0! Just one winner! Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a lovely, neat pass. Malcolm. Fiore. Ream gets across to intercept that. João Neves.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Schneider. Malcolm. Now, can they get him away? Matic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Fofana. And it's Schneider. Fiore. Distributed tidily. Just eases him off the ball. Eto. Now Beraldo. Good read, needed to be. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And he was quick to react. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And this is Eto. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well, there's the clearance. Engages and forces him off the ball. Timber gets over and intercepts. And he cuts out the supply. Space for him to turn and look. Araujo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Ansu Fati. Oh, good-looking ball. Fofana. Yaya Toure. Cannot be beaten that easily.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Now it's Fofana. Tagliafico. João Neves. Not the most accurate pass. Schneider. Yamal. Looking to play him in. Eto'o. Oh, that's fabulous. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Schneider with the short one. And he shoots! It's their second corner of the game. Posh gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Schneider. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Now, who's going to be first to this? Yamal. Fiore. Malcolm. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, super ball. Great ball, and he's had a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Ferdinand tries to clear. And it's Benacer. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Picked out brilliantly. Real... And the finish! Eto'o could move up a gear here. Bassi. Fiore. Pops for safety. Ream. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's been played through. He's got away. Tries to cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And they can counter here. Well timed, excellent interception. And we've reached half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Se ruega a su padre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 26.
So we're into the second 45. Oh, that's a key interception. And Sufati. João Neves. No, that's been intercepted. Fiore has found the net here, of course. And it's beyond the defence. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries to pass it through. Oh, it's Benacer. Decent chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Malcolm actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That's a cute ball. Now it's Fofana.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? João Neves is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
João Neves wins the duel this time. Floated through. Fiore. Eto'o does really well to win the ball there. That's a shade optimistic. Can he spark a counter here? Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Matic defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Timber spots it and intercepts. Ansu Fati, Fiore. Eto'o.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Chance for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That has been knocked clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Dani Olmo. And it's Olmo. Can he get it through?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Kane. Oh, that's well spotted. Timber. Elliott. This is a promising build-up. Pogba. That has ended up in no man's land. Dani Olmo is sharing after that one. Elliott. Shoots! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Barcelona leading now. And it's Pogba. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
succumbs to the pressure. Well, that pass isn't the best. Schneider.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Time is running out here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Looking for options for movement. And he's managed to get free. He's under a lot of pressure there. Chance, surely! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that's a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read.
Barcelona nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And it's made its way to him. Chance to... Oh, good effort! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Kane certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Kane might just make this. Good running, strong and purposeful. Timber. Dani Olmo. Good ball over the top. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Referee has just said play on. Neatly clipped into space. Ben Seguir has it in a wide position. Ball's gone out of play. Oh, good read. And that is that. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but